Hey guys, and welcome back to PiSquared. Today we're going to be doing a video on why to date a librarian. Yes, why? Okay, so these aren't actually in any order. I'm just doing this based on what I think, so it might not apply to everyone, but this is just my opinion on why to date a librarian. Okay, so let's get into it. First one would be library resources, of course. So one of the perks or benefits of dating a librarian is pretty much if you need a specific book, like for studies or just for general reading or something, they can actually borrow a book on your behalf, and you can access the book without being a student of the library or a member of that library. So them to borrow books on your behalf is a really good perk. Although I did do 2 books that I asked her to borrow out for me, but I didn't actually read them. Okay, the next one is actually getting books as a gift. I know this sounds weird, but for me personally, I don't read as much as I would like to, but receiving books as a gift from your girlfriend, who's a librarian, it helps you to discover new books that you wouldn't normally read, and at the same time, expand your vocabulary, your perception on certain topics. So this is a good way to force people like me who don't read enough to actually discover new books and read more. So yeah, that's a benefit. Okay, the next one is very good at doing research. So not just based for studies and things like that, but in terms of like if I'm gonna buy a new phone or a new gadget or something, she will do research on that product and also compare it to other products, and then eventually end up knowing more about what I wanted to buy and telling me features that I didn't even know that existed on this product. So in terms of that, they're very good at getting details on a certain topic or thing in general. So a very good benefit, especially if you're buying new things as well. Okay, the next reason is citations and proper referencing. So this actually is a positive and a negative kind of thing, I guess. Yeah, so usually if I'm saying something like, oh, did you know this is like 20% of this and blah 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 blah, and then she'll say, oh really, but where did you get that? What source did you get that from? And then I'll be like, from a website. And then my whole argument just like blown, or I exaggerate. Yeah. And then also if, like for example, the YouTube stuff, right? Before I upload the video, she'll be like, oh, did you reference that? Are you sure you put the right website? The right referencing to the person who made that music or whatever, so and so. So it's a good thing because, the proper way to recognize the people's work that you're actually quoting and things like that. So it's a good thing, and at the same time a little bit annoying because you always gotta do it. The next one is librarians are very pretty. Okay, maganda, because the stereotype that you usually get as you're growing up, librarians are a little bit old, they wear those big glasses and then the cardigans, the stereotype that you see from the movies that they don't portray very well. So I was actually quite surprised, like when I met Pat, I was like, what's your job, or what do you do, and what did you study? And she's like, library science, and I'm a librarian, and I was like, wow, okay, I didn't realize librarians could be so pretty. And most of her colleagues and friends that I've met, or librarians that I've met, they're quite pretty. And it really blows away that stereotype that you usually see in like movies, or you know, that you picture in your mind because you know you've grown up with that stereotype. But yeah, a very good reason to date a librarian. If I could go back in time and I knew that like, librarians are very pretty, I would have studied library science instead of marketing. You know, just why not? It's just the perks of dating a librarian. I actually forgot that, you know, I've been talking about librarians as all being girls, but there are actually librarians that are male, so it's not just for one gender, it's actually for all. Just thought I'd slip that in. Noticed it while I was editing. Another reason is I actually appreciate librarians and understand the work that they do. When I first met Pat, she said to me, I'm a librarian as a professional, and I was like, oh, okay, that's a thing. So what do you guys do? Do you clean the books and put them back on the shelves? And boom, she got mad when I said that. So after that, dating her and getting to know about her profession, I learned that the library profession is not a joke. It is so complex. The systems they have to do is quite a rigorous process. So it was kind of like a big slap to the face, you know, to learn about these things and to see how difficult like it is to be a librarian. It's not just, you know, push the chairs in, make sure everything's neat. It's actually a lot of hard work. There are times when you have to find this one book in the whole entire library because it hasn't been returned properly, or someone just come back in the library and put it back on the shelf. So, you know, just to find that one book in a massive collection of books, it's like a needle in a haystack. So that's just one example, but there's many more aspects of the job that you would be surprised if you actually learned about it. It's very impressive and interesting, you know? Yeah. Another good reason to date a librarian is yeah, they're just really good to talk to, you know. You talk about something in life or just in general, and they're just really good to talk to. You know, if you got something on your chest, or you need to, you know, talk about something that you're not sure about, and they can give you a different perspective on it, you know, which is very good. And then they always back it up with like, oh yeah, I've read something like this from this author, blah blah blah, you know. So they always back it up with things they've read as well. At the same time, they're very good listeners. I mean, you know, they're not like one of your friends that just go, oh yeah, but they're not actually absorbing what you're saying. Librarians, you know, they actually listen to you, interpret what you've been saying, and give you decent advice on what you've been talking about, and then back it up with a reference. So that is one of the pretty good perks of dating a librarian. Okay, back to my reading. Just to add to that, they're good to talk to. Usually the perception of librarians is they're very quiet, but then when you get to talk to them, they're so madaldal, talkative, you know. And yeah, it's a good thing, you know, especially you don't want those awkward silences when you're talking with someone. Okay, on to the next location. Because librarians need to know what books they have in their whole collection in each library, they pretty much need to have a pretty good memory. So my next point is all about how good of a memory they have. For me, I'm not very sharp when it comes to remembering a lot of things, but they will remember everything pretty much. I'm not sure for all librarians, but from my experience, that's what I've experienced. So yeah, very good memories. If you need to, like, oh man, what day was that when I went to that and that and that, so they'll say, oh yeah, that's August 7, 2019, something like that. And also when remembering information and things they've read, they're very good at it, you know. Just on general topics, you know, they can really remember things. It's a benefit, but sometimes it is a downfall. It's a negative, because, you know, if you're having a fight, an argument or something like that, they will remember every detail, every single detail, and you automatically lose the argument. Yeah, but I think that's just in general for all girls, right? I remember everything. So guys, the best thing to do is just don't argue with your girlfriend, okay? Everyone will be happy. Why to date a librarian is simply because masarap sila magmamahal sa isang tao. So, ayun. Maganda yung feeling yun, you know, yung isang tao nag sobrang mahal sa'yo. And yeah, if you're a librarian, please comment below what you think an attribute is, or something you think is a benefit for dating a librarian. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.